Hello, friends. How are you all? And it's very nice to meet you all again. There is one question that always irks all of us, and all the men are generally very curious to find out what's for dinner tonight, or what's for lunch today, or what is it going to be for breakfast today. This was the question that came into my mind also, that should I come back home for lunch or should I have my lunch in the hotel itself? Because I was a little busy today. So I walked into the kitchen, and kitchen in a house is such a den which is managed and possessed very badly by the lionesses of the house. Now in my house, the two lionesses, my mother and my wife, are very possessive of their kitchen. And today, for a change, they were not in the house. They were busy elsewhere. They had gone out for shopping, and I said, "Okay." I walked into the kitchen to have a look as to what may be for lunch today. And what did I find? This is what I find. Have a look. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a jackfruit. And half of the jackfruit has already been cut. These are the pods which have been de-seeded. Oh, great. This is a very, very, very good vegetable for people having diabetes and people wanting to reduce and wanting to lose weight. My house, how we take jackfruit, how do we consume it? We either make a jackfruit curry that looks like this. Great, simply great. Doesn't it look like mutton curry? But it isn't mutton curry, friends. It is jackfruit curry. We make jackfruit biryani. These are the two best ways how jackfruit or cuttle is taken in my house. Now that is a lunch which is very, very beneficial. One, diabetes. Number two, weight loss. Number three, blood pressure control. Number four, very good for ladies in pregnancy, etc., etc., etc. And sometimes jackfruit is also said to be a miracle vegetable. Before I go ahead, I'd like to give you a little introduction about my past. I did my Master of Business Administration from Madurai Kamaraj University, that is in Kerala. I did my schooling in Lovedale, Ooty, and till date my relation with South India continues, as I am also a consultant to masala and spice grinding companies who make spice mixes and masalas, and generally 2 times or 3 times in a year I visit Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra, Telangana in search of good quality spices for my clients. So I am very much in touch with South India even today, and that is also the reason why South Indian cuisine comes very easy to me. And I love representing the South Indian cuisine with a North Indian touch, whether it is a Punjabi touch or a Himachali touch or the touch from J&K. A little background on jackfruit. Jackfruit is very, very, very helpful in diabetes, but because it brings down the blood sugar level, and then it is one of the most helpful vegetable that helps blood sugar, managing diabetes, thereby also managing weight. It induces weight loss. It also also helps to manage blood pressure. It is, as I said, it is a very good supplement for ladies who are carrying and so on. But we leave the medical part to the doctors. Okay, I will not go too much into it. The major factor is that it is extremely good, it's extremely helpful if you are having jackfruit for diabetes and weight loss. With all the good medical benefits, that it manages diabetes, it manages blood pressure, it manages weight loss, it is good for ladies who are carrying, etc., etc., etc. There is one watchword also which we all miss, and that watchword is that what it does is too much consumption is going to bring down the blood sugar level also. Too much consumption will bring down the sugar level in your blood. So one has to be very careful about that. When you are having jackfruit, do not overeat. Do not go over an excess. It should not be that you are having jackfruit today, then you are having jackfruit, let's say in the lunch, in the dinner, and the next day again. No. Please take care, because when the sugar in your blood is going to go down, you're going to have, it is also going to create a problem. So remember, do not overeat jackfruit. Have it twice in a week, have it thrice in a week, but don't overdo it. So that is the biggest disadvantage of jackfruit also. That is overeating of the vegetable. Now, how do we go ahead with jackfruit? I also observed in South India that jackfruit, it's eaten raw also. Now, how is jackfruit basically, cut open, and how it is to be consumed? To consume jackfruit, first what you have to do is, you have to oil your knife. The blade must be very, you must apply oil to the blade of the knife, apply oil to the hands, and only then attempt the cutting of the. Why the oil has to be applied to the knife and to the hands is that jackfruit has a sap, and when you cut the jackfruit open, that sap is going to flow onto your knife, it is going to flow onto your hands, it is going to stain your hands and knife. That sap is so thick, it is so sticky, and it has got certain elements in that can cause allergies. It definitely causes irritation, because everything will be, your hands will be sticking to the knife will be sticking. So to avoid that, the oil is applied to the knife and the hands. Also observed in many cases is that because of the sap, lot of people are allergic to jackfruit. Now the percentage of people who will be allergic is extremely low, but still, when you are cutting, you have to remember that the green colored top skin that is seen is not eaten, the flesh inside that is not eaten, it is only the pods that are eaten. So pods are separated, as you saw in the plate. Pods are separated, then they are cut open, there is a seed inside the pod, that seed is removed. It is the flesh outside the pod that is eaten. So for today, I thought let's go a little beyond jackfruit. So I said, let's make something which we used to have in Kerala, but I never used to really like it, because their recipe was very, very simple. It was jackfruit pod, the flesh, and they used to mash that, and then they used to put salt and pepper into it, and roll it into a ball with a little bit of chickpea flour, or flour, that is maida. Roll it into a ball, and then they would fry it, and it will come out as a fritter or a pakoda or a vada. And they used to have that with tea also and without tea also. Now, jackfruit has a basically it has a blandish taste. We in North India will not prefer that blandish taste. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make it in the Punjabi way. Now, how am I going to make it in the Punjabi way? Watch. Well, these are the ingredients for the recipe. This is 250 grams of de-seeded jackfruit pods. In case you will have missed, I have described earlier in this video how to de-seed and cut open a jackfruit. So you can please go back and rewatch the video for the details. Now, along with this, we take 4 tablespoons of rice flour, sugar as you want. This is I am taking brown sugar, coconut powder, that is again 2 tablespoons, semolina powder, that is 4 tablespoons, chickpea flour, that is 2 tablespoons, and it's come back again, that is rice flour, that was 4 tablespoons. So these are the ingredients that basically you need. Now, as far as the sugar part is concerned, you can add more, you can use any type of a sugar that you wish, but I prefer natural, so I have used brown sugar. We will require black crushed pepper, any natural salt or any salt that you wish, and cinnamon powder, just a pinch of cinnamon powder, the salt and pepper according to your taste, and green chilies that I am using. As I love lot of chilies, so I am using 4 of them, but you can use the chilies according to your taste, more or less. And one thing, please remember, do not change the ratios of the ingredients in the dinner plate. Rest you can vary. Along with this, we are also going to add red chili powder, mango powder, and sesame seed. Sesame seed basically has a medical quality that it does not allow the depression to set in. It is antidepressant, and anybody with diabetes is going to have depression. So this is one ingredient that should be added in all food that you are making for diabetes patient. Now, you blend or you crush the mix, that is the jackfruit, but it should not be very thin, it should be coarse, it should be fibrous, otherwise they will not stick. Okay, see, take a good look. It should be like this. Now I have added, now once you have crushed them, add all the ingredients that were described earlier, and this is what you are going to get. Okay, now with this, what you have to do is roll them into balls, and this much of weight is enough for 10 balls. You can see these are 10 balls, and you see that little ball, that is the 11th ball, that is the most important ball, and I'll tell you why that is the most important ball in a short time. So these are basically 10 plus 10, 20, and one tiny one, that is 20 plus half. Now I'll tell you why that one is important. Now our oil is set, the heat is set, and there goes the tiny one, because that I am going to use to test whether my oil is ready or not. Look, the oil is not ready, it is not yet heated, it is almost coming to the right temperature, and look at the clarity of the oil. Please note that this is going to be the clarity at the end. When I fry all these balls, this is going to be remain in the same clarity. Okay, so this is your technique of frying also. Now see, it has started sputtering. See the bubbles now? Now the oil has come to the right temperature. Now we reduce the temperature of the oil also. Okay, so reduction of the temperature from full should be to 3/4 the level of the knob. Okay, that is from full. We heated the oil at full and came down to 3/4. Now look at this. It has been perfectly fried, very crisp. You can see from it, you can see the sesame seed, they have not been burnt. That is how you should be frying. Okay, now maintaining the same temperature, let's add 10 balls. Why we are going to add 10 balls is that I got enough oil only for 10 balls. And when you are adding these 10 balls, remember that half the ball should be outside the oil. They should not be totally submerged. Also, point to note here and to mention is that there are two type of ingredients. One that where the food will go, it will sink into the oil, and one that will float on the oil. So for the one that is going to sink, this technique is required, that they should be half outside the oil when being fried. If they are going to float on top, it is all the more better. Now little shake so that they don't, just to find out that they don't stick to each other, number one, and then they don't stick to the vessel in which they are being fried. Now look at that, a little turn, look at that, how beautiful they have been fried. They are all of the same color, all even color. At occasionally we must change their position. And I was telling you why these balls must be outside the oil. The reason is that when you are frying, the temperature of your food material goes up. At that high temperature, because the oil is around 300 degrees or so. So at this temperature, the heat will be outside. That will be very much more, and it will not be able to go right inside, because the outside of your food will burn, or it will cook, but inside will be uncooked. So to ensure that if the food is outside, some part of it is outside, then what happens is that the upper part is going to cool down, allowing the heat to go right to the center and cook the food right from the center. And this technique, if you notice, is also used by halwais. If you ask them, they'll say, sir, हवा लगवा रहे हैं. हवा लगवाने का मतलब यही है that you take it out, take out the food from the oil, bring it out of the oil, allow it to cool down for say half a minute, and then again put it back into the oil, so that the heat goes right to the center of the food, so that the food is cooked right from outside till the inside, number one. And a little bit of turning is required so that they all are cooked to the same perfection, with the same color, with the same consistency, with the same hardness, and with the same crispiness as in our case, because these are very, very crisp. So they should be same crisp, they should have the same color. So that exactly is these are the points that you must keep in mind when you are frying. And always never fry on maximum, always fry at 3/4 your gas level. Okay, now see, they have been almost done. Just final seconds before we pull them out. Look, the color is even, the sesame seeds are shining, they have not been burned. That is the beauty about frying. Your food should not burn, and it should be cooked right from outside till the inside. And look at the oil. Oil is still very clear, no carbon in it. It has not gone bad. That is the best part. Because if the oil goes bad, it is bad for your health. So, look at that. All same color, final stir, final turn, final stir, and almost done. Look at that. Oil is still good, is very good. And look at that. Last few touches, last few stirs, and final turn again. No carbon in the oil, and oil is not smoking. If you notice, oil has not been smoking throughout the whole process. That is the best part. Oil should not be smoking, it should remain below the smoking point. And for this process, by the way, I have used mustard oil. You can use coconut oil, you can use desi ghee. In Amritsar, for example, we would be using desi ghee. Most of Punjab will be using mustard oil. In South India, we are using coconut oil. That is why the coconut taste, is very rich in their food. And even for us, look at this, beautiful, all same color, no burns, nothing. There it is. Have a look, friends. Good, isn't it? That is what is wanted. It should be all the same. It should not be that one is overcooked, one is burnt, and one is undercooked, and one is cooked on the outside and not in the inside. And look, let me taste it and show it to you. Look at that, all holding shape, one bite, crisp, very nice, very tasty, something This is a recipe you all must try, and it is really too good. Well, friends, how did you like the recipe? Now, these vadas, these fritters, these pakoras, as you may call them, can be paired with tomato sauce, tomato ketchup. They can be taken with say mint sauce. They can be taken with garlic sauce. They can be taken with ginger garlic sauce. They can be taken with onion sauce. You can these sauce or accompaniment is your creativity, so I leave that to you. It is as per as your taste. Do try this recipe, and do tell me, and do tell everybody. Waiting for your feedback on it, and till the time we meet again with another recipe. Manage your diabetes, number one, manage your weight, number two, and lead a better healthy life. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice time.